Hello and welcome to the e-module on Principles of Cleaning. Let's look at the learning objectives of this e-module. At the end of the e-module, you will be able to understand what is housekeeping, know the need of housekeeping, know what is cleaning and its types, classify the soil and know its types, understand the basic rules and principles of cleaning. Understand the cleaning methods and procedures. Learn about the role of detergents. Know the frequency of cleaning required. Learn the safety and security principles. Know the causes of infection and know the prevention and control measures. Before we delve deep into the details of cleaning, let's begin by having a basic understanding of the term housekeeping. Housekeeping is a part of soft services, which primarily comprises of all the varied activities that keep the workplace clean, hygienic, and safe. These include housekeeping and janitorial services, pest control operations, pantry service, food and beverages, and waste management. The housekeeping staff is required to maintain the cleanliness of the facility on a regular basis in accordance with the minimum standards set by the organization, which includes all the indoor and outdoor areas of the facility. This module will cover the basic principles of cleaning in housekeeping for facilities. The scope of work in indoor cleaning would include all floor areas, entryways, that is doors, windows, etc., empty dustbins from all areas including workstations, external walkways or landings or corridors or staircases or lobbies to make the place litter-free, cleaned all doormats, washrooms, pantry and food court, classrooms or conference rooms or halls, etc. All these topics will be covered in greater detail in the subsequent housekeeping modules. Let's now learn the importance of housekeeping. Effective housekeeping can eliminate some workplace hazards and help get a job done safely and properly. Poor housekeeping, on the other hand, can frequently contribute to accidents by hiding hazards that cause injuries. If the sight of paper, debris, clutter, and spills is accepted as normal, then other more serious health and safety hazards may be taken for granted. Housekeeping is not just about cleanliness. It includes keeping work areas neat and orderly, maintaining halls and floors free of slip and trip hazards, removing of waste materials and other fire hazards from work areas. It also requires paying attention to important details such as the layout of the whole workplace, aisle marking, adequacy of storage facilities, and maintenance. Therefore, good housekeeping is also a basic part of accident and fire prevention. Let us take a closer look at some of the consequences of poor housekeeping in facilities. Poor housekeeping can be a cause of accidents such as tripping over loose objects on floors, stairs, and platforms, being hit by falling objects, slipping on greasy, wet, or dirty surfaces, striking against projecting, poorly stacked items or misplaced material, cutting, puncturing, or tearing skin of hands or other parts of the body on projecting nails, wire, or steel strapping. The screen shows yearly slip and fall statistics given by National Safety Council. It shows that a lot of accidents happen due to slip and trip hazards. To avoid these hazards, a workplace must maintain order throughout a workday. Although this effort requires a great deal of management and planning, the benefits are many. Apart from the safety aspects, cleaning is essentially carried out for aesthetic appeal. The environment is made visually attractive and appealing. Hygiene. Effective, frequent cleaning controls the growth and reproduction of pathogenic bacteria and other germs. Maintenance. Surface and articles, however good in quality, will have a long and functional life only when they are cleaned on regular basis. Now, let's understand what cleaning really is and learn about its types. Cleaning is the process of removing unwanted substances, such as dirt, infectious agents, and other impurities from an object or environment. It refers to the technical and chemical process of maintaining a dust, dirt, and germ-free surface by using different materials, products, and tools. Cleaning is performed with the use of water, detergent, and manual or mechanical action. While the mechanical or manual action of removing dirt is essential, detergent acts by chemically binding greasy substances and other substances with water. Cleaning is basically a daily job. However, in some cases it can be done weekly, monthly, or periodically. Basic cleaning involves removing pollutants from inside the building and disposing these pollutants outside in a safe and prescribed manner, and minimizing the introduction of new pollutants into the building. Hygiene and sanitation are terms often used in cleaning, but not always in the right context. Let's look at these terms and their correct meaning in detail. Hygiene is defined as a cumulative group of practices that is perceived by groups of people to be a way towards healthy living or good health. Sanitation is defined as the way in which humans promote healthy living and good health by preventing human contact with wastes and other forms of microorganisms that cause disease. Although both words are meant for prevention and health promotion, hygiene is often associated with the human body. We use the word hygiene for our body by brushing our teeth, taking a bath, etc. Hand washing is also a very important part of hygiene and is considered as a universal precaution in preventing the transmission of microorganisms. Sanitation, on the other hand, is for human waste, environmental waste, and other forms of waste. There are different types of sanitation such as basic sanitation, which is the management of human feces, on-site sanitation, which is the way humans dispose and treat other forms of waste, food sanitation, which is the proper handling of food, environmental sanitation, which occupies industrial sanitation and the like, and lastly, ecological sanitation, which tries to copy how nature works through the recycling of human and animal waste into a more useful form of material. Concepts of hygiene and sanitation are important to human health, as well as the health of the rest of the species in this planet. Since the terms cleanliness, hygiene, and sanitation are all associated with cleaning or maintaining a certain degree of cleanliness in the surroundings, they are often used interchangeably. But it is important to understand the basic difference in the meanings of these terms, as they need to be managed together, but in a controlled and safe manner. Similarly, it is also important to know what the difference is between disinfection and sterilization, as these terms are often loosely used. Disinfection and sterilization are not intended to remove microorganisms, but instead to eliminate them or at least prevent them from proliferating. The result is achieved through a chemical or physical action, for example, heat. Objects and surfaces must be cleaned beforehand. The difference between sterilization and disinfection lies in the relative degree of certainty or probability that microorganisms have been eliminated. All disinfectants take time to work. Most of them take about 10 minutes to kill germs, which means that simply wiping a surface with a disinfectant would not kill all the germs. Sterilization is a longer and more complex process than disinfection. It offers a greater certainty that microorganisms have in fact been eliminated. For example, in the case of an object exposed to a sterilization process, the likelihood that a bacterium will remain alive is less than 1 in a million. For the same object exposed to a disinfection process, the probability of a remaining live bacterium will be 1 in 1,000. Thus, it is understandable that sterilization is applied to critical objects, while disinfection is intended for semi-critical or non-critical objects. Moreover, the emergence of multi-resistant bacteria and of more virulent strains which remain in the environment and resist the usual methods of cleaning explains why the addition of a disinfection procedure is considered essential in certain cases. Various factors influence the requirements for cleaning and disinfection. Now, let's learn about the categories of soils that can contaminate the facility. Common soils found in commercial buildings can be classified into two categories. Loose soils consist of litter, that could include paper, paper clips, leaves, etc. Dust, very small pieces of dirt, small enough to float through the air. Dirt, larger pieces of dirt, walked into a building on people's shoes. Loose soils are generally removed by dry cleaning procedures including vacuuming, dust mopping, dusting, and sweeping. In-ground soils consist of stains, marks on floors and office furniture from coffee, beverages, and food. Oily soils and greases, dragged onto the floor by footwear. Scratches, which may be permanent or removable. Spillages, marks on floors and furniture where liquid has spilled. In-ground soils are generally bound to a surface by oily and greasy films. These types of soils require wet cleaning with a detergent to remove the sticky soils from surfaces being cleaned. Let's now look at the various types of soil. The different types of soil are as follows. Dust. This is composed of loose particles deposited from the air. It contains both organic, that is human and animal hair, dead skin cells, plants, and inorganic, that is sand, dry earth matter. Dirt. This implies dust held together firmly by moisture or grease on rough surfaces. Tarnish. This is a discoloration or deposition on a metal or alloy surface caused by chemical reaction with certain substances found in air, water, and foodstuffs. Different types of metals get tarnished when they are exposed to air. Copper gets a greenish color called verdigris. Stain. This is discoloration caused on a hard or soft surface by a substance containing dyes, proteins, acids, or alkalis. Stains cannot be removed by a routine cleaning process. It must be removed as soon as they occur using solvents to dissolve it or an acid or alkaline to neutralize it. There are some basic rules and guidelines that should be followed in any kind of cleaning activity, whatever the nature of the surface or the soil. Following these simple guidelines can help to maintain cleanliness, reduce the spread of infection, make the process of cleaning more effective, efficient, and safer for all parties concerned. For simpler understanding of these guidelines, we can place them under the following subheadings. Immediate actions to be taken while cleaning. All loose dust and litter should be removed before dealing with any stubborn stains or dirt. Stains should be removed as soon as they occur. While cleaning surfaces. Cleaning methods and written cleaning schedules should be based on the type of surface, amount and type of soil present, and purpose of the area. The cleaning methods least harmful for the surface should be used. The cleaning process should be efficient, using a minimum of equipment, cleaning agents, labor, and time. All loose dust and litter should be removed without harming the surface being cleaned or the surrounding surfaces. When cleaning an area, start with the cleaner surfaces and articles and then go on to clean the more heavily soiled ones so as to prevent the spread of soil from dirty to cleaner surfaces. The cleaner should start cleaning from the farthest end of an area, working towards the exit. Cleaning should be done from a higher area to a lower area. The surface should be restored to its original state after the cleaning process. Routine cleaning is necessary To maintain a standard of cleanliness, schedules and procedures should be consistent and posted. Use of chemicals while cleaning. The simplest method should be tried first, using the mildest cleaning agent. Use an agent that is least offensive in smell if alternatives are available. Mixing or dilution instructions should be followed when using disinfectants. Too much or too little water may reduce the effectiveness of disinfectants. Abrasives should be used as a last resort as they can damage the surface. And lastly, following safety measures should be enforced. Use methods that are least inconvenient to guests. The cleaner should take all safety precautions while cleaning, for example, use of PPE, that is gloves, mask, goggles or eye protection, coveralls, etc. Be sure that during the process of cleaning, areas do not become accident prone, for example, wet, slippery floors, etc. Cleaning agents and equipment should be stacked neatly to one side. After the cleaning process is over, all equipment should be washed or wiped as applicable, dried and stored properly. Cleaning agents should be replenished and stored, waste discarded, and the area left neat and tidy. Now, let us understand what are the basic principles of cleaning. There are two basic principles in all cleaning, namely physical removal and pH. Physical removal is one of the best microbial decontamination processes. It lessens the numbers of pathogens from all surfaces as well as removes the food sources that aid in their growth. If contaminants are removed from a surface, it is no longer possible for them to affect the immediate area, thus accomplishing the task. Physically removing contaminants, that is bacteria and soil from surfaces, should be the goal of any cleaning procedure. In order to physically remove contaminants from a surface, it is often necessary to alter their chemical state. This is the pH principle of cleaning. The pH principle of cleaning starts with water. Pure water has pH of 7. For bacteria to be killed or for many common soils to be removed, their pH needs to be changed. Adding chemical compounds to water which may or may not alter the pH can aid in the physical removal process. Depending on the surface, the type of soils present and the required results, using a solution with the correct pH and chemical makeup for the task at hand can make the cleaning process effective. Balancing physical removal from equipment or tools with the pH strength of the cleaning solution will also produce better end results. Let's look at the various methods and procedures used for cleaning. Cleaning methods are further classified into manual and mechanical method. We will see what is covered under these. The manual methods include sweeping, dusting, damp dusting, mopping, scrubbing, polishing. Whereas the mechanical methods include the use of machines for suction cleaning, buffing, polishing, burnishing, scrubbing, stripping. As you know, the processes involved in most routine cleaning tasks are generally straightforward and involve the regular cleaning of hard floors and carpet floors, furniture, fixtures and fittings, bathrooms and waste removal. Thus, the procedure of cleaning depends upon the types of the surface to be cleaned. There are some basic rules and principles that should be kept in mind while cleaning. They are as follows. Selecting right equipment before cleaning. Sweeping before dusting. Allowing some time for the dust to settle down after sweeping. Dusting before vacuuming if the vacuum cleaner is used. Dusting in a particular direction either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Disinfecting the surface immediately after cleaning. Knowing the correct quantity of the detergent or the disinfectant to be used. Now, let's understand the role detergents play in cleaning. Cleaning detergents contain various ingredients to break down oily films, assisting in their removal from surfaces. The theory of cleaning with a detergent involves four separate processes that work together to remove oily soils. These include the temperature, agitation, chemicals, detergent, and time, detergent. Let's learn about each in brief. Temperature. Increasing the temperature will assist in dissolving oily soils. For example, when cleaning dishes, the combination of detergent, water and heat improves the cleaning performance. Agitation. Agitating or scrubbing a stain will assist in breaking up the material to improve removal. Agitation is the most common process used to vacuum, dust, clean bathrooms, scrub toilets, mop floors and just about every other cleaning task performed. Chemicals, detergents. Chemicals are used to break down stains. The use of chemicals in office cleaning is mostly confined to the bathroom. For example, toilet bowl cleaners, floor cleaners, spray and wipe detergents. When cleaning administration areas, we may use spray and wipe only to remove difficult stains, window cleaners to remove marks, floor detergents on hard floors, and stain removers on carpets. Time. Soil removal can be improved by providing a chemical time to work. One example is using a toilet bowl cleaner. The toilet bowl cleaner is applied to a toilet. Then the rest of the bathroom is cleaned before scrubbing the toilet, hence providing time for the chemical to work. Cleaning tasks can be carried out as per requirement as daily tasks, weekly tasks, periodic tasks. As a minimum acceptable standard, the following cleaning tasks should be done on a daily basis or weekly basis for every time a clean is done. Empty all waste bins and remove waste to designated bins or area. Spot vacuum litter from carpeted floors and spot clean hard floors to remove marks, dust and dirt. Spot clean bathrooms and replenish bathroom supplies. Spot clean high profile and important areas of the building such as entrance doors. Detail vacuum all high traffic carpeted floors to remove visible litter and dirt. Detail clean all high profile entrances, lobbies, etc. This includes cleaning floors, cleaning door glass and entrance glass, cleaning outside entrances and vacuuming entrance matting. Spot cleaning tables and desks to remove coffee and food spills and stains. Detail clean toilets, wash hand basins and clean mirrors in bathrooms. Spot clean kitchens and activity areas. It is necessary to complete a small amount of dusting each week so that over a period of 1 to 2 weeks all areas are dusted. High dusting generally covers anything above 1.5 to 1.8 meters or about head height should be performed once or twice per month. Planning and managing time is very important so that areas are cleaned effectively without having to walk around an area more than once. Make sure that everything that is cleaned is there on the cleaner's trolley before starting a shift. Divide the area into smaller areas and complete all cleaning tasks in that area before moving on to the next area. A failure to complete any of these tasks may not generate a complaint on the first occasion. However, repeated failure to perform these cleaning tasks will generate complaints. Periodic tasks are carried out on a monthly, quarterly, even 3 months, half-yearly or annual basis. Spring cleaning or deep cleaning is a special type of periodic cleaning. Periodic cleaning is also called restorative or project cleaning. The frequency of periodic cleaning should be detailed in the building's cleaning specification. This schedule should vary based on level of traffic and soiling. Special time is allocated to perform these cleaning tasks, which are often performed by specially trained project cleaning teams. Periodic cleaning includes over a period of time carpets, hard floors, furniture, air conditioning ducts and ceiling surfaces and fittings build up dust and soil. This soil is not removed by the routine cleaning procedures. Greasy and oily films are tracked into a building on people's shoes, trolleys, or by activities being conducted in their area. Oils may be slowly deposited onto ceiling surfaces, fixtures, and fittings from cooking and other activities and can be circulated throughout a building by the air conditioning system. Levels of soiling and types of soils will vary throughout a building based on the usage of the area and amount of foot traffic. These areas may include administration offices, reception areas, and sales counters, lunchrooms, and bathrooms, to name a few. Now, let's look at the safety and security principles that need to be followed. The housekeeping staff and workers must follow these basic safety rules during the cleaning process. Protect their body from harmful chemicals by wearing thick gloves. Protect their eyes by wearing masks or goggles if required. Must use caution sign to mark wet floors. Clean spilled liquids immediately to reduce chances of slipping. Handle cleaning chemicals carefully while transporting, disposing, or refilling the containers. Mix any chemicals required in the presence of proper ventilation. Must not open unlabeled chemical containers. Use swivel head mops to avoid inappropriate body posture while cleaning. Use closed-toe non-slip footwear while working. Use appropriate body postures while working to avoid cramps. Request for peer assistance while moving heavy loads such as furniture. Report to the supervisor in case of any accident due to mishandling of flammable liquids or otherwise. Before commencing any cleaning, it should be checked if all equipment is in good working order. Faulty cleaning equipment must not be used. Check electrical equipment before using it each day and after using it each day. Some of the problems include leads, plugs, and electrical wiring. Look for cuts, fraying, and exposed wires. Excessive vibration. Excessive noise from the motor or gearbox. Vacuum system not working. Make sure all electrical equipment have current electrical tag. Keep the visitors safe with the help of security. Keep the visitors' documents, ornaments, or other articles safe. Now, let's look at the various measures necessary to prevent and control infection. Let us first look at the causes of infection. Many human illnesses are caused by germs, that is, disease-causing bacteria or viruses. To cause disease, these germs must find a way to enter our body. The most common ways the dangerous germs can enter the body are from cuts and grazes exposing open sores, needle stick injuries, contaminated food or water, close contact with an infected person, contact with the feces of an infected person, breathing in the exhaled droplets when an infected person coughs or sneezes, indirectly by touching contaminated surfaces such as taps, toilet handles, toys, and nappies. Now that we have seen the causes of infection, let us understand in detail the various control measures that can be implemented in a facility to prevent infections. A simple, consistent, and effective approach to prevent and control infection include using proper hand hygiene, using gloves, using personal protective equipment, using gowns, apron, safe handling of sharps, waste, and soiled linen, proper environment cleaning. Lastly and more importantly, one can minimize the contact with blood and body fluids by ensuring safe work practices, protective barriers, and a safe working environment. Let's now see how proper hand washing helps in hygiene control. Washing hands is the most important aspect of hygiene control and prevention of the spread of infection, not only to the person who is cleaning but to the others as well. Hands can carry millions of germs as we touch many things throughout the day. Most of these germs are harmless, but at times they can be harmful pathogens that can cause serious illnesses such as colds, flu, diarrhea. Some pathogens can even cause death, especially in cases where the immunity is low due to sickness, old age, or even in very young children, childcare, and kindergarten. Germs can be picked up from objects such as doorknobs, stair railings, and even from touching other people, that is, shaking hands, who do not wash their hands when they should. Thus, hand washing should be done diligently as a habit before the start of any job and after the completion of the job as well. It is also necessary to wash hands before eating, after removing gloves, after going to the washroom. While washing hands, proper technique of washing should be followed to effectively remove the germs as shown in picture on screen. Merely placing the hands under the water is not enough. The use of a soap and proper scrubbing of the hands is essential to the cleaning process. The proper technique of washing hands is shown here in the picture from 1 to 6. The use of dirty cleaning equipment, and in particular dirty clothes, mops and buckets, can spread infection from one room or washroom to another. Thus, it is very important to follow some basic rules and guidelines to prevent the spread of infection, such as change the cleaning cloths or dusters regularly and launder or wash them at the end of each shift and put them in a proper place to dry. Rinse or change the mops and the bucket water regularly. Clean areas properly and thoroughly as specified in the techniques of cleaning according to specifications. Failure to do so would increase the chances of dangerous germs multiplying and spreading. Use of color-coded equipment for different rooms is the best way to prevent the spread of infection from one room to another. Refer to Housekeeping Module, Cleaning Equipment Part 1. Use of disinfectants for the purpose of cleaning should be done sparingly and only in areas that require its use, mostly in healthcare sector, sanitization of kitchen surfaces, old age homes, neonatal care, etc. Disinfectants need to be used with proper technique for it to be effective. Use of proper PPE is important to prevent the spread of infection and to protect the cleaning personnel from getting infected. Gloves, mask, goggles, apron, etc. Proper handling and disposal of contaminated needle and sharps also helps avoid spreading infection. Let us understand how. Any sharp objects and needles should not be picked up by hand. Instead, use tongs and dispose them in the sharps container with secure cap. The term sharps refers to any sharp object that could penetrate the skin, such as blades, knives, broken glass, mirror, or even rusted metal, etc. To prevent from getting nicked or cut from sharp objects, never try to clean in areas that are not visible to the eyes. For example, behind toilet bowls, wash basins, cupboards, etc. as most people who use needles often hide their used needles in these places. Used needles could also be thrown carelessly in the trash bins. Thus, trash should also be separated carefully with the use of proper gloves. In fact, if any person touches or is spiked by a needle, it must be reported to the supervisor immediately and seek immediate medical advice. The needle should be kept for testing. Contaminated needles should be disposed of in a proper manner by destroying them to make sure they are not inadvertently used again. In hospitals, proper needle disposers are made available. When the sharps container is 3/4 full, a new sharps container should be issued. A sharps container is a single-use container that is filled with used needles and then disposed of safely. These can be purchased at pharmacies or medical supply stores. If a sharps container is not available, place sharps in a puncture-resistant container, such as a rigid plastic bottle or coffee can with a secure cap. Congratulations! You have now completed this e-module on principles of cleaning. In this e-module, you learned the following. Understand what is housekeeping and its need. Know what is cleaning and list its types. Classify the soil and know its types. Understand the basic rules and principles of cleaning. Understand the cleaning methods and procedures. Learn about the role of detergents and know the frequency of cleaning. Learn the safety and security principles and know how to prevent infection. Know the causes of infection and prevent those.